Yeah.
So unprofessional. I'm like, oh, your name is on the list. So, oh, sorry. How do I edit this script? And that was on January 18th. Rivers had 13 points, and Jordan wasn't too far behind. It had 12 points. Now these two teams are meeting again, and we're going to see who's going to get the W this go around. It's going to be a foul there, and it'll be 2 to shoot for Rivers, the 5'6" sophomore from South Carolina. First shot for Rivers is no good. She'll have 1 more to shoot. Last shot good to go by Rivers. Bumping the JCSU score up 7-4 here at Brave Boys Gymnasium. A little less than 4 minutes left to play in the first half. Somewhat of a loose ball there. It's going to bring it back in the hands of JCSU. Rivers going up for the three-pointer, and it's good. Malia Rivers, the 5'6" sophomore, sinking that one, boosting the score up here, 10-4. JCSU in the lead. St. Augustine's going to secure that basket. Number 30, Williams, the 5'10" sophomore from Virginia. Ball back in the hands of JCSU, looking for an opportunity to shoot here as the shot clock is winding down. A lot of passing happening. That's going to be a missed three-point attempt there by JCSU. Ball back in the hands of St. Augustine. Ball being brought down by number 13 for St. Augustine. Ball back in the hands of JCSU, being handled by Dove, 5'9" sophomore. And Rivers strikes again, securing the points for JCSU. Foul is going to be called on the court. Foul goes to number 23, Dove. There'll be 2 to shoot at the line for St. Augustine. First shot good to go. Second shot good as well, and the score here is now 12-7. JCSU still maintaining that lead. And that's going to be Johnson there, securing the easy open layup and boosting up the JCSU lead. The ball back in the hands of St. Augustine. And the ball is snatched away by JCSU. They have another opportunity to get some more points on the scoreboard. The ball being handled by Green here. She looks to be trapped. And the Green steps on the line, and the ball is going to go back in the hands of St. Augustine. St. Augustine ball. Less than 2 left to play in the first quarter. After a fight for the ball there, it's going to be a foul charge to number 15 for St. Augustine, 6'1" junior. And the ball's going to go back in the hands of JCSU. It's going to be a missed three-point attempt there by Rivers, and the ball secured by number 11, Nita. And it falls out of bounds. Number 4 checking in for St. Augustine, Kiera Gilmore, the Charlotte, North Carolina native. St. Augustine really feeling the defense right now from JCSU, as Rivers is just being a do-it-all player today. And she's going to go to the line with a couple to shoot. Foul being charged to Carbello, the 5'5" sophomore from Richmond. JCSU going up for the second bucket attempt, but it's no good. The ball's going to go back in the hands of St. Augustine as they try to get these last points before the clock winds down. It's going to be a JCSU ball recoverment. Rivers going up for the layup, but it's no good. And JCSU still ends up walking away with a secured layup there by number 12, Monique Hall, the 5'6" senior. And Rivers will have 2 to shoot with about 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Correction, that's 1 to shoot for Rivers, and that shot is good. Score here at Brave Boy Gymnasium is 17-8. JCSU maintaining the lead. Clock winding down as St. Augustine almost gets the ball ripped there by JCSU, but they're able to recover it. They're going to go up for a shot, and a foul is going to be called. Foul being charged to number 11. Shanice Nita, the 6'1 sophomore. St. Augustine will have 2 to shoot. First shot, no good. Second shot, also no good. The score maintained 17-8. JCSU looking to get some points in, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter there. Score here at Braidwood Gymnasium is 17-8. JCSU maintaining the lead. Ball game back in session here at Braidwood Gymnasium. JCSU in the lead. Score 17-8. Golden Bulls ball. And the ball is swacked away there by number 4 for St. Augustine. That's going to be Gilmore, the 5'7 sophomore, securing the layup. It's a nice steal there by Gilmore. Ball back in the hands of JCSU. And St. Augustine is really bringing the heat right now as they're laying on the defense on the JCSU Golden Bulls. First shot there, it's going to be good. Second shot, no good for Carter. Ball back in the hands of St. Augustine. JCSU almost with a steal there, but the ball is out of bounds and looks like it's going to go back in the hands of St. Augustine. Correction, it's going to be the Golden Bulls ball, and they'll have another opportunity to get some points on the scoreboard. Ball being brought down by number 3, Jordan. Ball back in the hands of St. Augustine, who's been keeping up with the pace for the most part and not shying down from this Golden Bulls defense. And that's nicely done there by St. Augustine. They are sticking in this game, and the score now is 18-12. JCSU still in the lead, but St. Augustine isn't too far behind here. That's going to be a three-point attempt there by McNeil. That's no good. But JCSU is still going to get a bucket and make a play before the ball goes back in the hands of St. Augustine. Nicely done there by number 1, Kelsey Arnold. Getting down there and getting the layup and securing the bucket. 6-point deficit here, 20-14. Golden Bulls in the lead. Ball being handled by Jordan now with a quick pass. And JCSU is going to miss that layup attempt, and the ball is going to go out of bounds. St. Augustine ball, and it looks like they didn't know where they were throwing to at that point, and the ball gets recovered, and the three-pointer by number 1, Arnold, is going to do the job for right now. 3-point deficit as St. Augustine continues to chop this lead down. And you can tell that they're not backing down from JCSU. They're determined to stay in the game and hopefully walk away with the W today. JCSU ball, and it's going to be a missed bucket there by St. Augustine. It's going to go back in the hands of the Golden Bulls as they're coming down with a vengeance. Number 31 there. It's going to be an air ball there by St. Augustine. The ball looks like it's going to go out of bounds. As called by the refs. And the Golden Bulls are going to have a whole new lineup coming in. Ball almost thrown away there. But quickly recovered by St. Augustine. JCSU really applying the defense right now. So that St. Augustine does not get the lead, and the ball there is turned over and back in the hands of JCSU. It's going to be a three-point attempt by number 4. No good for Green. And ball's going to be recovered by St. Augustine. Being brought down by Arnold. JCSU ball after a missed bucket attempt by Arnold. Ball being handled by Green. It's like a miscommunication there is going to bring the ball back in the hands of St. Augustine, and it's going to be a missed layup attempt for St. Augustine. The ball's going to go back in the hands of JCSU. Both teams really applying pressure right now as the game has been close since it started. And that was going to be a missed attempt there by JCSU, and St. Augustine's going to have the ball in the upper hand here. Ball recovered by Rivers. A lot of three-pointers happening today. Both teams trying to exercise that long range and get as many points on the board as they can. And that foul's going to go to Rivers. Looks like a late foul is going to be charged. It's going to be a timeout on the court. Score here at Braidwood Gymnasium, 22-17. Ball game back in session, and the ball is going to be in the hands of St. Augustine after the timeout. JCSU applying the defense right now, making it hard for St. Augustine, and they're going to attempt a three-pointer, and it's going to be good. Number 12, Renwicks, the 5'7" sophomore guard, Maryland, sinking that three-pointer in. Ball back in the hands of your JCSU Golden Bulls. The ball stolen away there, and it's going to go in the hands of St. Augustine, and they're going to miss the layup attempt, and the ball's going to go back in the hands of JCSU. Pretty fast-paced game for the most part. Both teams really applying the defense and having fast running game. Going to jump ball on the court. St. Augustine ball. One thing that JCSU has been doing well this whole game is really applying defense and being able to trap St. Augustine with the perfect opportunities so they don't run the scoreboard up and get ahead. As JCSU has been maintaining the lead for the whole game here today. Going to be another jump ball on the court, which really shows the pressure that both teams are providing today and heavy defense on both sides. Ball being brought down right now by Green for JCSU. And that's going to be a missed layup attempt, and also looks like a foul is going to be called on the court. Foul being charged to number 22 for St. Augustine, Tamisha Davis, the 5'11" senior. And Rivers will have 2 to shoot for JCSU. First shot is solid and goes in. Second shot also good to go. Boosting the score up here at Braidwood Gymnasium, 24-19. Golden Bulls maintaining the lead. And the ball was almost gone for St. Augustine, but it was quickly recovered there with a little teamwork. And that's going to be a nice two-pointer right there for St. Augustine, number 20, Carbello, the 5'5" sophomore. Ball back in the hands of the JCSU Golden Bulls. Ball being handled by Rivers. Correction, ball being handled by Green. And the pressure is really on right now at Braidwood Gymnasium. And that was going to go in for Johnson. Five-point deficit as St. Augustine is trailing behind. Turnover on the court, and the ball's going to go in the hands of JCSU. About 2 minutes and 14 seconds here left to play at Braidwood Gymnasium for the second quarter. Golden Bulls looking to boost the score up so they can come back after halftime and have quite a lead on St. Augustine. And the crowd is really filling in here for a Saturday. We had some snow throughout the week, but the sunshine has came in and people have filled the gym to see some good basketball today. St. Augustine bringing the ball down right now with a three-point attempt. Very quickly, and it's going to be no good, and JCSU is going to recover the ball. And the ball is snatched away there by Rivers, and it's going to go back in the hands of St. Augustine. Looks like a foul is going to be called on the court. Foul being charged to Golden Bulls number 20, Kendall Adams. That's the first for the 5'11" senior. That first shot is no good. Second shot is good to go, and St. Augustine gets a chance to boost the score up. It's now 26-22. JCSU still in the lead as we have about a minute and 15 seconds left to play. Golden Bulls ball as the clock here is winding down before halftime. That layup is going to be no good, and it's going to be another jump ball. Both teams are really, really applying that pressure and defense today and not backing down. The ball's going to go in the hands of St. Augustine. And both teams will have less than a minute to get placed on the scoreboard before halftime starts. And that's going to be a solid three-pointer there by Williams for St. Augustine, the 5'10" sophomore. 1 point game here at Braidwood Gymnasium, 26-25. Right before halftime. And Rivers responds with a bucket herself and boosts the team score up for JCSU, 28-25. Nicely done there by number 20, Kendall Adams, recovering the ball and also getting the bucket. Creating more of a deficit here. 30 to 25, with less than 3 seconds left to play. Score going into halftime, 30 to 27 here at Braidwood Gymnasium. JCSU leading. Ball game back in session here at Braidwood Gymnasium. Score is 30-27. JCSU in the lead after a phenomenal performance between both teams. And Jordan's going to start the game off right with a three-pointer there and boost the lead up as we enter the third quarter, 33-27. Ball going back in the hands of St. Augustine after a quick start. And after a back and forth there, the ball is going to go in the hands of St. Augustine. Loose ball. It's going to carry out of bounds, and the ball is going to go in the hands of JCSU. Ball in the hands of JCSU. And that one almost snatched away by St. Augustine, but JCSU is able to hold on to the ball and also secure a layup. Like St. Augustine is trying to trap JCSU down low in the court, but they're able to get away and they're coming down for the ball right now. And that layup is going to be good to go. JCSU starting off strong and bringing the game to a 10-point deficit. 37-27. JCSU ahead. Timeout, LaFleur. Ball game back in session, and the ball is going to go in the hands of St. Augustine. Crowd really starting to trickle in today on this Saturday for the JCSU and St. Augustine matchup. Been a great game so far. Both teams playing heavy defense and really applying pressure. Ball being carried down by JCSU right now. Number 3, Jordan, who had a terrific first half. It's going to be 2 shots at the line for JCSU. First shot is good to go there for number 31. Second shot is no good. And the score is boosted up here today, 38-27. It's one of the biggest leads JCSU has had so far in this ball game today. That three-pointer is going to be no good for St. Augustine. The ball is quickly recovered and sent back in the hands of your JCSU Golden Bulls.
Excuse me, would you like to donate?
Okay, right now. Nicely done there by JCSU as they're securing the three-point bucket. Three-point has been a favorite of today as JCSU has been able to get it done from the three-point line, the free throw line, and also all layup attempts for the most part have been going in. The score here drastically has increased for the Golden Bulls, 41-27. About 6 minutes and 26 seconds left to play in the third quarter. The crowd goes wild after that last play there. JCSU really coming out strong after halftime and showing who the home team really is and how bad they want this win. It'll be 2 to shoot at the line for Kendall Adams, the 5'11 senior. Adams sinks that shot and increases the score even more. 44-27 at Braidwood Gymnasium. St. Augustine's is going to really have to come up with some great plays and a strategy to be able to stop this motivated and quick JCSU team right now. It's a loose ball there on the court, and the ball's going to go in the hands of St. Augustine. They're going to get an easy layup. And those points are going to be recorded by Gilmore, the 5'7 sophomore from Charlotte. Ball back in the hands of JCSU being brought down by Jordan. Three-point shot knocked down by St. Augustine. St. Augustine really taking those steps to get back in the game and find a rhythm to compete with this JCSU team who's been in the lead for the past few minutes. And there's going to be an immediate timeout called on the court. Score here at Braidwood Gymnasium, 44-32, JCSU in the lead. Ball game back in session after the media timeout, and the ball is going to go in possession of JCSU. Nicely done there by number 30, Jasmine Carter, the 5'7" redshirt junior, securing the bucket there for JCSU. What a game this has been. JCSU went to being up by 1 point and now just completely dominating after halftime. Score 46-32. Golden Bulls leaving St. Augustine behind here in the game. Layup there by Kendall Adams, one of the do-it-all players here for JCSU. Tyler kind of speaks for herself. She can pretty much do it all. Pass game is always great. Layups, 3 points. Great defense. Overall standout player. And the ball's going to go out of bounds there, and it's going to put it back in the hands of St. Augustine. A loose ball, they're going to put the ball back in the hands of St. Augustine as they go up for a layup attempt, but it's no good. St. Augustine still maintaining possession of the ball. And there's going to be a foul call on the court, and the ball's going to go in the hands of JCSU. Number 23, Dove, sinks a three-point shot, and Braidwood Gymnasium is just going crazy right now. Excellent shot there. Score 50-32 at Braidwood Gymnasium as the crowd is still ecstatic after that last play and shot. After the foul being called, it's going to be 2 shots at the line for JCSU. First shot is no good. Ball back in the hands of St. Augustine, and it looks like a quick foul is going to be called. Foul being charged to Monique Hall for JCSU, the 5'6" senior. Ball back in the hands of the Golden Bulls. Score here at Braidwood Gymnasium, 51-67. Correction, 51-32. About 2 minutes and 26 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Ball back in the hands of the Golden Bulls. Been a phenomenal ball game here so far. We've seen it all after close leads, big leads, three-point shots, just everything going on here at Braidwell Gymnasium on this Saturday. A ball game you don't want to miss. Looks like a jump ball is going to be called. Ball's going to go in the hands of St. Augustine as they're trying to get some more points in the scoreboard before this third quarter comes to an end. Nicely done there by Jordan for JCSU. Securing the layup and adding some more points to the scoreboard and boosting the JCSU lead up. Has to be a nice day to be a Golden Bull here as the crowd has been going wild for the last few minutes on this phenomenal JCSU performance. And that's going to be a missed three-pointer there by number 4 for JCSU. Green making sure JCSU doesn't lose control of the ball and maintaining it for the most part as the third quarter comes to a close. And that's going to be a missed three-point attempt there by Rivers. And that's going to be it for the third quarter here, folks. At Braidwell Gymnasium, third quarter, 53-34. JCSU in the lead as we go on to the fourth quarter. Ball game back in session as we enter the fourth and final quarter of this JCSU and St. Augustine matchup. Golden Bulls in the lead, 53-34. And that foul charge in the court is going to put the ball back in the hands of your JCSU Golden Bulls. Ball handled by Green, who's had a phenomenal performance today. And Green's going to go for the three-pointer. It's no good. St. Augustine ball. What a game here. JCSU getting the ball there and missing the layup attempt, but going to make another try, and Rivers is going to get the job done. St. Augustine ball here as the crowd is still very energetic and excited about this potential JCSU win. The 2 shots for St. Augustine, number 23 at the line, Addison. Correction, 1 shot, and that was no good by Addison. And that's going to be a shot no good for JCSU, and St. Augustine's going to get the ball back. And that layup is going to be good for St. Augustine. Score boosted up here for them, and totals 55-38. JCSU in the lead. A little less than 8 minutes left to play here in the final and 4th quarter of this intense matchup that we've had today on this Saturday. Fans steadily coming in for the men's game that'll be next. And one can only hope that the energy is as high for the men's game as this women's game has been so far. At the line for 3 will be Malia Rivers for JCSU. First shot is good for Rivers. Two out of 3 for Rivers, and the ball's going to go in the hands of St. Augustine. Nicely done there by Green, the 5'7" guard that's been getting the job done here today at Braidwood Gymnasium. And That's going to be a missed attempt for a three-point play there for JCSU in green, but they're still maintaining this lead, 59-38, and the ball's back in the hands of St. Augustine as they miss that three-point shot attempt. St. Augustine ball. One thing JCSU has done very, very well today is not giving up. No matter where St. Augustine has matched their defense, they brought the defense even harder and been able to maintain this lead, and it looks like they may be able to secure this win. We've got about less than 7 minutes here left to play, so it's anyone's ball game still, but JCSU has done a great job of pretty much maintaining and claiming their territory. St. Augustine swatted that one away, and they're going to go up for the bucket attempt, but it's no good. JCSU recovering the ball and coming down now for a chance to get some more points on the scoreboard. Nicely done there by the do-it-all sophomore, Rivers. It's not one thing the Rivers can't do on this court today. Swatted away there by JCSU, and they're going to go in for some more points. Green there, and Green's losing control of the ball, and it looks like St. Augustine is going to steal it away and go up for a layup of their own. The layup is going to be good. Making the score here right now at Brave Boy Gymnasium, 61-40. Your JCSU Golden Bulls in the lead. We have about 6 minutes left to play here. JCSU ball being brought down by Green. Green tripped up, and looks like a foul is going to be called on the court. JCSU ball. That one almost went in, but not quite, and the ball is going to go out of bounds. About 5 minutes and 20 seconds still left to play for JCSU. 61-43. Golden Bulls looking to get a shot up before the shot clock winds down, and the ball is going to go out of bounds and go in the hands of St. Augustine. JCSU looking to make their next move great, but it looks like St. Augustine has other plans as the ball is swatted away, and they're going to go for a layup. That one's going to be no good as it's blocked, and the ball's going to be loose and go out of bounds. Timeout on the court. 61:45 here at Braidwood Gymnasium. Fourth quarter, 4 minutes, 22 seconds left to play. You got it. You got it. Ball game back in session, and it's St. Augustine ball here. And after a few attempts, St. Augustine still isn't able to get any points on the board. And the ball looks like the ball's out of bounds, and a foul's gonna be called. Another foul being called in the court right now. And that foul's being charged to Jasmine Carter for JCSU, number 30, the 5'7" guard. And that shot's going to be good to go as the score here increases, 61-47. And looks like another increase is going to go on the scoreboard, 63-47 JCSU. As at the line with 2 shots is going to be Adams. Correction, 1 to shoot for Adams. Shot for Adams is good. Jump ball on the floor. Basket recorded by number 30 for St. Augustine Williams, the 5'10 freshman sophomore. Ball game back in session is going to be in the hands of JCSU as we are coming to a close here at Braidwood Gymnasium for the women's basketball matchup. Less than 3 minutes left to play in the 4th and final quarter. The score is 64-47. And a foul is going to be charged to St. Augustine's number 12, the 5'7 sophomore Renwicks. Free throw line right now will be Jordan for JCSU. Jordan knocks that one down, and the ball is going to go in the hands of St. Augustine. 65-49. Foul being charged in the court right now. And that foul is going to number 30, Jasmine Carter. JCSU still playing their hearts out right now, even though they had to lead for majority of today's game. They still been applying defense and putting up scores. The same for St. Augustine. Both teams have really been applying the pressure and playing every minute and every second out in this game. First free throw attempt is no good for JCSU. One more left to shoot. And Carter misses both free throw attempts. It's like a holding call is going to be called on the court. And that free throw attempt is good. It's going to be a timeout request from the court made by the Golden Bulls. Ball game back in session after the timeout. A little over 2 minutes left to play here in the fourth and final quarter. Score is 69-52. JCSU Golden Bulls in the lead. It's going to be a quick three-point shot there by St. Augustine, and it's going to be good. Bringing the score here now to 69-55, and a timeout is going to be called on the court. Foul being charged to number 4 for St. Augustine Gilmore, the 5'7" redshirt sophomore. At the line for 2 to shoot will be Jordan, the 5'6" senior for JCSU. First shot is good for Jordan. Malia Rivers being brought back in the game for Jordan. 69-55 here at Braidwood Gymnasium. A little less than 2 minutes left to play for the final quarter. And that's going to be a layup that's good to go by Kendall Adams, the 5'11" senior. Bringing the score here 71-55. And St. Augustine's going to respond with a layup of their own. Number 30 Williams, the 5'10" sophomore. Kalia Williams. After this matchup wraps up, be sure to stay tuned for our post-game interviews today on the HBCU Sports app. And that shot's going to be good to go by JCSU. And that shot is going to go in as well for JCSU. JCSU still having no problem with putting points on the scoreboard as the score has continued to increase. And it's now at 74-57. 1 minute and 23 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And we're going to go to a timeout on the court. Ball being brought down by Rivers as the ball game has less than 1 minute left to play in the final and fourth quarter here at Braidwood Gymnasium. Pretty much a packed crowd as we're going to transition to the men's game. Be sure to stay tuned for our post-game interviews that are going to be immediately followed after the women's broadcast ends. first free throw attempt is good for JCSU. And that one's not going to go in, but at this point, JCSU can stand to lead out a couple shots as the lead here has tremendously increased, and they're ahead 75-57 as we have less than a minute to play in the final and fourth quarter here at Brave Boys Gymnasium. And that shot is going to be good for St. Augustine. And that one's going to be no good, and JCSU is going to recover the ball and bring it down as this ball game is coming to an end. Three-point shot there, no good. Ball back in the hands of St. Augustine. Out of bounds ball as we have 26 seconds left to play here. Clock winding down, less than 15 left to play as Rivers deciding her probably last move of the ball game. It looks like Rivers is going to let the clock wind down. And that's going to be our ball game, folks. 75-58. JCSU wins here at Brave Boys Gymnasium. Stay tuned for our post-game interviews, and thank you so much for joining us on behalf of the HBCU Sports app today.
All right, we're here with Jimmy McNeil. Basically, you guys did a great job. So what are some of the things you guys did that basically did different from the last 2 games you guys played?
Well, coming off the last game, we had to come in and practice with a different mindset because we knew that we had fell short because of ourselves. So we really had to push hard and turn up the tempo. And that's kind of what, like, our shots weren't falling this game and stuff like that, but we had the tempo, so that's what got us to push through.
Okay, so you guys have Livingstone on Wednesday. So what are some of the things you guys know about them so far from the previous years you guys played them?
That is going to be an intense and like passionate game. It's going to be very aggressive, so we have to play our game and run our coach's system to the best of our ability so we can come out successful.
Okay, I'm here with McNeil, one of the best 3-point shooters in the CIAA. Thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you.
All right, we're good. Thank you.
That in, boy. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yes, sir.
Boy, they make me work too hard, boy.
Yeah. All right, ready. All right, here with Coach Joyner. So you guys did an amazing job shooting the ball tonight. You guys did a great job of getting out of those press defenses as well. So what are some of the things in the last 2 games that you guys have changed that makes it change the time for you guys today?
We didn't change a lot, but probably the way that we practiced over the last couple of days. Disappointing loss at Fayetteville State, one of the ugliest ones of my career. You know, but I took accountability for that and also put it on the players as well. So we came in here, we worked hard during the snow break. And as a result of it, we had a better outcome here tonight. Still got a lot of things to work on with just being consistent on who we want to be individually and then collectively as a team.
Okay. So basically, when it comes to Rivers, what are some of the things you do with your shooters? Right now, she's come out a bit of a slump.
Yeah.
This game, she had a very good game. So what are some of the things you tell them individually that you think kind of, help them when it comes to that?
Just try to be a supporter, try to be a realist, try to always push them to be the best person that they can be every day, regardless of what it's doing. Like I tease them all the time. I want you to be the best shoe tire in the game. Every time you tie your shoes, try to do it right. So with shooters, it's just getting them in the gym every day, making sure they're putting up the shots, and making sure that they're confident in shooting the ball.
Okay. So you guys are in a really big CIAA stretch.
Yeah.
So you got Livingstone coming up.
Big rival.
Okay.
Big rival.
Big game.
Yeah.
The crowd's gonna be crazy.
You know it.
So what are some things you preach to the kids?
Consistency. That's where we are right now. Just being consistent, being the ball club we want to be every day, coming in here working hard every day. I love the pace we played at for the majority of this game. You saw it kind of dip off here and there. So that's something we're going to continue to work on in practice to get ready for our, 30 miles up the road rivalry, Livingstone College, which is always a tough competitive game.
Okay. So you're looking at one of the best coaches right now in college basketball.
You make me look good.
No. Look at the stats. Look at the stats. So thank you for talking to us.
I appreciate it, brother, always.
Right,
hey, y'all get out your seats. Come on, check us out now.
To the game is packed.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.